I must say, I am loving the topics you boys and girls have chosen for your personal narratives. Since you've chosen your topics and narrowed them down into small moments, it is now time to record details about a small moment to pre-write for your personal narrative. Let's jump on in. Good writers must remember the details of their personal narrative. This is really important. Without details, your story would be boring, would be confusing, and would probably either have your reader falling asleep or walking away with a headache. To help us understand which details we should put into our personal narratives, we have to use some questions like where. Good writers make sure to describe where their story takes place. Make sure to paint a picture for the reader with descriptive words. You want your reader to feel like they are at that location with you. We also ask when. Good writers make sure to describe when their story takes place. Make sure to describe how far in the past the event was, the time of year it took place, the time of day, and even the events leading up to it. Make sure that the reader really understands whether or not you were a young child when this event happened, or whether or not you were a 9-year-old when this event happened. You also need to ask who. Good writers make sure to describe all the characters who were important parts of the event. Remember, you have to be the main character in your personal narrative, but you're not the only character in your personal narrative. So make sure to describe these other characters and include the dialogue between you and the other characters, what you say to each other. Don't forget to ask what. Good writers make sure to describe the moment in full detail. Don't leave anything out. Make sure to describe what you saw and felt throughout the moment so that the reader feels like they're experiencing it themselves. Let's see if I can remember the details for my personal narrative. First, I need to refresh my memory by restating what my small moment was. My small moment was getting proposed to. Now I need to remember where, who, when, and what. If I remember where, I can remember that I was on the dock at Chandelier Lake. The people who were with me were my fiance, Trevor, Joe, Trevor's dad, Alicia, Trevor's stepmom, and Brandy the dog. Brandy's always with us. Now I have to describe when this small moment happened. I remember the date specifically. It was August 18th, 2019. I remember the time of day. It was at sunset. The sky was just so gorgeous. And it was immediately after a barbecue with family and neighbors. So what exactly happened? Let me add a little more details. I was skipping to the dock to see the pink and orange sunset with the dog, calling to Trevor to come and see it. He told me to wait because he had to use the bathroom. I am enjoying the sunset when he finally arrives and his parents take our picture. Next thing I know, he was down on one knee. I don't even think I got a word out because I started crying. Boys and girls, in the box describing what happened, I didn't type my entire personal narrative. My entire personal narrative will be paragraphs long. This is just the gist of what happened. So let's play a Kahoot here to practice reviewing the characteristics of a personal narrative and what you need to include in a personal narrative. Pause this teaching video here to click the Kahoot link on your assignment slides. Once you're done with Kahoot, come on back. Alright, it is now your turn to remember the details of your small moment. If you have the paper packet, you will do it on this worksheet here. If you are working virtually, you will do it on this slide here. Remember, your small moment, you are just restating what your small moment is from yesterday's lesson. Be sure to describe where you were, who was with you, when this moment happened, and what happened. Refer back to this video to include as many details as you can. Happy pre-writing, boys and girls!